HIV in Mozambique, presentation by Megan Ragel. About Mozambique. The population is roughly 30,888,034, estimated in 2021, and the age structure is as follows. Those in the population that are 0 to 14 years old are, the percentage-wise, is 45.57%. About 19.91% of the population is 15 to 24 years old. 28.28% of the population is 25 to 54 years old. 3.31% of the population ranges from 55 to 64 years old, and 2.93% of the population is 65 years old or older. The average life expectancy is 56.49 years old, and the average age of a Mozambican is 17 years old. And all this data is estimated from 2021, and it should note that the average life expectancy is about 20 years younger than the average life expectancy here in the US, and their average age is quite young for a country. HIV epidemiology. Adults 15 years old and older living with HIV is estimated in 2019 to be 2,100,000, and children aged 0 to 14 years old living with HIV in 2019 was estimated to be 150,000. The number of HIV-related deaths for adults 15 years old and older was about 42,000 in 2019, and the number of HIV-related deaths for children aged 0 to 14 years old was estimated in 2019 to be 8,200. Major modes of HIV transmission. Major modes of transmission of HIV in Mozambique are from sex workers to their clients, from male to male sex, people in stable relationships, mother to child vertical transmission, intravenous drug users, meaning they inject drugs, and migrant workers. And this does also doesn't mean that people that have multiple partnerships are unlikely to transmit HIV, but it is still being seen that people in stable relationships are transmitting HIV to each other and about. For subpopulations affected by HIV in Mozambique, about 28.7% of the HIV subpopulation are sex workers. 25.6% are people in stable relationships, and 22.6% are people in multiple partnerships. And this was data found in 2013. In 2016, mother to child vertical transmission was seen to have 14% of the HIV population. Antiretroviral therapy in Mozambique. In 2016, the cost of first-line drug regimen per person per year was averaged around $90 US. And in 2016, they also found that the cost of second-line drug regimen per person per year averaged $300 US. The number of adults and children receiving antiretroviral therapy as of 2019 was 1,388,000. And those in need of antiretroviral therapy still in 2019 were 812,000. Yes, 812,000. And in 2009, data showed that there were over 200 clinics that provided treatment and services related to HIV to Mozambicans. Prevention financials. At the time of 2017, $330 million was spent on HIV prevention, and the financials were mainly presented through PrEPFAR and the Global Fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. And these are just the major contributors to HIV prevention in Mozambique. Education and prevention programs. So education and prevention programs in Mozambique consist of comprehensive sex education, DREAMS, which are HIV services for young women and girls in Mozambique, HIV prevention related theater presentations, and these presentations reached 62,329 participants from March of 2010 to June of 2011. Individual and small group level interventions, and these interventions reached 420,631 individuals from March of 2010 to June 2011 as well. CDC supported HIV testing and counseling, which this was as of 2019. Minor worker projects as of 2019, and mother-to-child transmission prevention also as of 2019. Prevention. Other means of prevention in Mozambique include increased number of male voluntary medical circumcisions, and this reached almost 200,000 male circumcisions in 2015. Increased access to antiretroviral therapy, and this was in 2019. Tuberculosis preventative treatment and tuberculosis improvements in general, and this was seen recently in 2019. And in 2019, they also have expanded viral load monitoring. Condom distribution. In Mozambique, there have greatly increased the amount of condom distribution to limit the transmission and spread of HIV. So they have the MCHIP, PSI, NGOs, and government agencies distributing condoms, and this started in 2008, but has continued to distribute condoms throughout Mozambique. As of between March of 2010 to June of 2011, 5,309 new condom outlets opened, and the same time frame of March of 2010 to June of 2011, they increased and added 2,000 condom dispensers. Between March of 2010 to June of 2011, 28,198,424 male condoms were sold, and additionally 6,358,146 male and 518,811 female condoms were distributed for free throughout Mozambique. HIV testing. In Mozambique, as of 2019, monthly, they have over 100,000 viral load tests, and in 2017, they estimated 6.5 million HIV tests per year. And these HIV tests are available in for voluntary counseling and testing units. These are located at health facilities, and then for community-based voluntary counseling and testing, these are seen at all clinical care offices at health facilities. And I was unable to get the specified amount of HIV testing sites, but I was able to find where testing and counseling were available in Mozambique.